Hey, Eric, what's going on?
Hey John, how you doing, buddy?
I'm trying to make sure that I have all of my devices off of the Wi-Fi, and uh, and it's a Thursday edition of Kid Chronicle Live. Go figure.
John,
Yeah.
it's the first edition of the Welcome to the Butt Dialed Capital of the World.
Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that! We got a new little. We got. You know what? I didn't even do that. See, this is why I like you. Every time I start to think to myself, this guy, he puts everything on me, and all he does is he shows up 5 minutes before the cameras go live. And look at that! You did something. You did something for us, and didn't even tell me.
John, I speak highly of you when I speak of you.
Eric, I take back everything other people say about you.
Oh, and I know they say things.
Yeah. All right, folks. To the 25 people that are interested in the new news for Helena, and we have Dever stuff that we want to get into because, as Eric pointed out to me just a few minutes ago, there's a lot of people that do not they don't twit. So for the folks that aren't on Twitter, I guess
On X, they don't twit on X.
they don't twit or tweet on X. And so for those people, you have a special treat. We're going to get into some Dever, and we got some Helena stuff. And if we get through it quick enough, I don't know. There's a lot of other things that just happened within the last couple hours. So, the Proctor, who knew? Who knew he was a Snapchat guy?
Nothing surprises me anymore with that guy.
Nothing surprises you. Is there a certain age that you get to that you don't really Snapchat anymore?
I don't. I never started Snapchat in the first place. Maybe I was too old before the snap. When the Snapchat came out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, you know what? We're going to get into that too. I have a stepdaughter, so she Snapchats and used to. And
do you
I don't know if she
Snapchat?
still does. No, I have it. I don't think I couldn't. Actually, I don't even know if it's on my phone. I know I've had it in the past.
John, I still know people that don't have Facebook.
I do not have it on my phone. Believe that. Look at that. I do not have Snapchat on my phone. So yeah. So apparently I don't Snapchat. All right. I'm safe. Mark's safe from Snapchatting anything improper. All right.
Oh, it didn't take us long to get off the tracks.
No. It's hey, we're giving our Kronks a minute to come in. I mean,
oh, this is the stall and Phil.
This is the
Phil
stall
section,
until we get to 25. Okay. I'm going to take everybody through a rabbit hole. And I'm not going to say that there's going to be an apology because there's still going to be answers. But we're going to get a history lesson tonight. We're going to get a history lesson. We're going to get a records investigation. We're going to get a lesson in how other towns perform information requests. And let me just tell you, and this is just another tip of the iceberg, just the towns that we're going to be talking about tonight, you might as well add 3 or 4 more towns that I'm not talking about tonight, in which the rest, they don't, for the record, Canton, it's not like other towns. Canton, pretty much because they hate me, will wait the full 10 days, and they will wait till 3:30, right before they walk out town hall door. They literally will send their answer and then slam shut their laptop and get out the door before I can reply to their answer. Okay. So that buys them another 10 days. Other towns don't do it that way. And we are literally going to see that. So good evening to our Kronks that are watching.
John.
Yeah.
How many towns are you sending in public records requests for?
It depends.
Sounds like you're a busy guy.
It depends on what the requests are. Okay. Depends on the request. Every request is different. So And Eric, you don't get you're not getting feedback right now, are you?
No, everything's crystal clear.
Okay, good. I don't want to upset you. I want to match your energy.
I'm not easily upset.
I'm a person that matches energy. All right. If you call me and you're all nice, I'm going to be nice. If you call me and you're upset, I'm going to be upset. So I match energy. And that's, that's for who that's watching. All right. Because I know you're watching. Hello. How you doing? Give me a call sometime. We'll chat. If you call me and you're all nice, I'll be nice. All right. We'll leave it at that. You know who you are.
I don't
Anyways, you don't know. You don't, because we didn't talk today. We didn't get a chance to talk about some developing news.
Let me get a piece of paper and a pen so I can take notes and ask these questions later.
Eric, developing news. Someone's not happy with me.
Oh, I can imagine.
There you go. All right.
Just someone, huh?
Just someone. Right. So tonight, like I said, what started with what I thought was one of the easiest things I was going to get, not what happened at 34, not phone data, not butt dials, no Life 360, no Google searches, no, was that Dever in the Sally Port? We'll get to that. No, was Higgins' Jeep in Tommy Kelleher's driveway? We might get to that. This was the Helena paper trail. Okay. All I wanted to know is, how is she retired. Once she retired, she's John, did you find out Rafferty's car accident cost the town? No, because I don't know if it's still in mediation or not. And I'm sure once it goes.
The rumor mill is that it's been settled, but I haven't seen anything official.
Yeah. So all I want to know is, how is she legally working police details after retirement? I figured I'd request the records, get the answer, and we'd move on, right? I didn't know it was going to turn into a full show. We're going to have a full show on this. Instead, what followed was weeks leading into months of record requests, multiple government agencies. She settled. Bob, she settled. There
Bob is my name.
All right, Bob, she settled. She settled, or the town settled?
I would assume the town did.
Yeah. I ended up having a legislative research, basically a TED talk on how the law became to be. So it totally changed the direction of my investigation. I mean, I went through a rabbit hole of the bills, and then how the bills got switched to amended, and then how the law, took into effect, and who changed it. So we're going to walk through this. You guys are going to walk through it with me, and Eric's going to watch the chat. How's that?
I'm watching.
We're going to follow the paper trail. We do have a paper trail. At the end of the night, I'm going to let you guys decide whether Canton answered the most basic question of all. Okay? Here we go. How we got there. Helena Rafferty retires as Canton Police Chief on the 30th, right? Taxpayers have a right to know if a case has been settled, especially if the town paid money. Yeah, of course they do. If it only went through Helena's insurance, then who cares? But if it went through the town, then yeah, they have every right. The victim and his attorney settled. No details yet. Here you go.
John, I'm watching the chat and I'm distracting you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Right. I'm good. Good. If everybody is good, listen, I got ADD. So if everybody's good with me going back and forth, if you're going to put it up on the screen, I'm going to read it. Okay.
I'll read it.
All right. Ahead, read Thank you for all you do. Eric, you are the best. The best. Not
Thank
the
you
best.
Very much.
I get my glasses right here. And I'm not supposed to touch my microphone. I'm not supposed to pound my hand. I'm not supposed to move the mouse. I'm not supposed to lean forward. There's a lot of not supposed to's when I do these things. Whew.
I'm just glad you're paying attention to me now.
How'd
that happen?
I don't know. It must have been that Gila monster venom that's in everybody's everybody's Manjaro and stuff. I went through that rabbit hole too. Any of you guys on those weight loss drugs, get off of them. All it is Gila monster venom that paralyzes your stomach and detaches your retinas. Stay away from all that stuff.
So Ozempic is out.
Ozempic, yeah, get off of that stuff. It's horrible. Get off of it. And make sure. All right. So, okay, gotta turn my volume down in case my brother, who doesn't watch the show, calls me in the middle because he doesn't know I'm doing a show tonight. You know, he thinks we only just do Sunday nights. Okay, back to Helena. So she retires. Nobody disputes that she served the town for many, many, many years in every capacity at the Canton Police Department. Okay, nobody disputes that at all. Okay, but then after she retires, she starts, like any other officer does, she starts working the details. We saw her on road details. I saw her on Bolivar Street. I saw her on Randolph Street. I saw her on Walpole Street, right? She was seen following the trash trucks during the trash strike, okay? People were asking, how does that work, right? How do retired officers still work details? And so I did. I started to look into it, right? Only because it came to me. By the way, I didn't come up with this on my own. Several people asked. I started to look into it, and that's how I went down the rabbit hole. And you know me, I'm like a dog on a bone. I'm gonna try to keep following it, right? Ask Chris for 3 years. Okay, now it's Helena's turn until the next thing comes up. All right. So there are rules, and that's where the history lesson tonight begins. Back in 2004. Canton obtained a special act from the legislature. It's called Chapter 394. All right. And fast forward to today, literally, this is the law that they're going to be using. But there's going to be a lot of tweaks along the way since 2004. Okay. Buried inside that law are very special, important requirements. Okay. Here's the big one. The police chief may appoint special police officers. The chief, Eric.
Yeah, the chief.
Not the select board.
And when was this? When was this put in place?
2004.
Okay.
Because when it was only, remember that I'm just a bill here on Capitol Hill, right? Well, when it was a bill, it said the select board. But bills get amended. They get sent back and forth, and they go through House all right. When it became law, the wording is police chief, not the select board. Okay.
So are you implying that certain politicians didn't like the fact that these appointments got put onto the select board agenda so everybody could see, and by changing it to the police chief, they no longer have to put those names on the agenda?
No, they don't have to. The chief appoints them.
Sneaky,
right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It makes sense. I'm kind of being a little snarky about it, but
it does. The appointments are for an indefinite amount of time. Okay. You don't have to. This is for Canton. Different towns have different laws. But the thing is, which I learned, the governor at the time, I think it was. I said it was a Baker. Did I say it was Baker?
Yeah, Charlie Baker.
Charlie Baker, the governor at the time, back in 2021, 22, he knew that there was all this police reform coming in, so he wanted his own amendments to the law to reflect all of the stiffer requirements, let's say. So special police officers were subject to training requirements, firearm qualifications once a year. They got to qualify once a year. The department policies, and they have to have a medical examination before doing the details. Okay. Now, Section 6 in that law. This might be the most important section which pertains to us. Special police officers shall be sworn in before the town clerk, which is Tracy Kenny in Canton. The town clerk shall keep a record of all such appointments, which would be at town hall. Not some of the appointments, not most of the appointments, all such appointments. Okay? Now, let's fast forward to 2021, 2022. Okay? Canton submits a home rule petition seeking to expand the law. Right? The goal was simple. Basically, at the time, the law was special police officers. They wanted it to say all Canton retired officers. But what happened was, like I said, when that bill reached Governor Charlie Baker's desk, he didn't sign it. He made some amendments. He noted that Massachusetts had recently adopted that, like I said, the major police reform legislation, and he insisted that there was certification requirements, the annual training, and statewide law enforcement standards. Okay. And they changed it from Canton retired officers to any retired officers. Right? You can pull from anywhere. It's not just Canton. Okay. Those were the two amendments. All right. Those amendments were adopted, and the law was signed in on July 27th, 2022. Okay. So it didn't just expand, who could serve as a special officer. It strengthened the requirements that they have to meet. All right. Creative framework, let's say. All right. A framework with records and accountability. And that's when I started digging deeper. The town clerk vote for her own raise and then complain when voters wanted November elections and early voting. Yeah, well, anyone would complain after they get a raise, and then people want more, the town wants more after you've gotten the raise. You probably should have waited for the more and asked for a bigger raise. Now she's got to come back and ask for another raise. So this is where the first request came in, April 16th of this year. That was the first request. All right. Let me pull this up. All right. April 16th of this year. How am I going to do this? Let's do it this way. Let's pull this up, image file. I'm going to talk you through this because they're not all loaded. All right. So sorry, Eric. All
John,
right.
before you get there.
Yeah.
We have a super chat where I'll look for the you read that.
Can we drop rabbits around town? Eric, you rock. Someone might need to drop the duck costume and get a rabbit costume for the next parade. You know what? Eric and I are going to be in town. We don't know when, but Eric and I, and thank you, Behind Blue Eyes, 9093. Eric, hit it.
Give us the fucking timeline. And we'll go easy on you.
I haven't looked at the chat. Oh, Eric?
Yes.
I just looked at the chat. We have housekeeping to do from last show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We do.
JC the Music Man might want to just get a job in the record jab. Yeah, I don't want to get the jab. I'm never getting the jab again. A job in the records office so you can see everything you need. Yeah, well, you know what? It's an elected position, so anyone can run. Apparently, JC the Music Man. I believe last show you may have given us a super chat in which we didn't properly.
Was that? I'm just making sure we got the right. Wasn't that SK?
No, we thought it was SK. And when I texted him to apologize, he said it wasn't him.
Aha. And so you went back and did the research.
SK said it wasn't him. He said it was JC the Music Man.
Well, that's good.
Well, he didn't say it was JC the Music Man. So if it's JC the Music Man or whoever sent us the chat that we didn't properly thank, let's say this about me.
How dare you?
That happened. Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
That's still good.
I
That's
can't
so
stop laughing.
So good.
Uh,
Okay. So I want to thank you. Thank you for, we're not used to people donating. So,
We miss
oh, I
Sean
can
too.
tell.
We got to get
We're gonna
Sean
have to
back
do,
on one of these
you know
days.
what? I'm going to reach out and ask him if he'll just come on and do just a little updated show with us. Just like, hey, just come on, shoot the shit with us or something. It
you
doesn't have to
kidding
be
me?
anything controversial. Come on on.
It'll be a 3-hour show. Sean, once we get him going, it's not going to stop,
Well, that'll
which
be
is
great.
fine. I'm in.
Someone will shut me up.
I can watch the chat.
It's a ducky, a little ducky. I still got that video. Sean, let me tell you something. North Shore, where is Sean? I don't talk to Sean as much as I used to because every time I call him, he's doing something different. He's in the pool. He's taking a stretch class. He's doing guitar lessons. He's on the golf. He like literally. I called him one day. He's like, "Hey, can I call you back? I'm about to putt." I'm like, "Then why did you answer the phone?" You know? He's freaking living the life.
Retirement is it's exhausting.
Yeah. So bring him up. Yeah, you know what? I will ask him obviously after the show. Hey, Sean, if you watch this now or on replay, we'd like to have you back on at some point. How's that? There you go. And I'll keep my phone with me in case he texts me and says, "I'm watching you." No. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's not. Yep, there we go.
John, we'll even get some clam chowder and fried clams for the green room
for the green room. Yeah, we'll get him whatever he wants for the green room. Oh no,
exactly.
well, you know what we'll do? I know he would like this. For the green room, we'll go down to South Boston there to Castle
Sully's.
Island.
Yeah,
We'll go to Sully's. Yeah,
we might need to do a Sully's trip for the Kronks.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I saw some of her posts the last couple of days. She's on friggin' fire.
Oh, on fire.
Oh, she's on fire. They're not happy with her either.
And if you're not on X and you want to see some of Boozy stuff, it's just too good.
TikTok.
So I've been putting it on the Canton Chronicle Facebook page.
Her TikTok was fire. I don't really want to talk about it today because it had to do with I don't want to say his name, but it rhymes with Marlon Balbit.
It's a whole different show.
And it's a whole different show, and I'm trying to do a full day of not talking about Marlon, and
see, I told you,
supporting the troops. He's right. I mean, he's doing it for his country, and we'll leave it at that today, right? So, she was great. Back to April 16th. Here, let's bring this up. Okay. And I need to bring it up on my TV. Oh, did we just get it? We'll come right back to it. I promise I'll be real quick. So this was my request. Okay. I requested records. I only wanted the dates of the medical examinations or certificates, fitness for duty for the following individuals appointed as special police officers. That wasn't appointed when they got hired, like we'll see, years ago. It was when they got appointed, technically, after Helena retired, after Paul D.G. and Petro retired, after Eric Wade retired, after Paul Gallagher retired, and before he went to Wegmans, appointed as special police officers in the town of Canton. So basically, I was under the assumption that they were appointed by someone because the chief appoints you according to the law. Specifically, I requested the records indicating the dates of any medical examination certifications used to determine fitness for duty prior or during their service as a special police officer. I wasn't requesting any underlying medical information, any diagnosis, any private health details, nothing about being shaky on the job. Different thing, right? I even said you can redact any exempt personal medical information. Provide the remaining responsive records, including the dates of the examinations or certifications, which should have been right before it should have been after they retired, but before they were appointed, or after they were appointed, but before they performed their first detail. Right? That's all I wanted. That's not too vague, right?
Did they whack you for the money for this one?
Not for this one. This one was pretty good. Okay. This one was okay. So that was the first one. That was the beginning of our communication. Okay. So, and basically, it's, the oaths or reappointed or appointed, right? I also submitted a separate request regarding the medical examination requirement. Why? Because the law specifically requires the medical examination before performing the police details. Not my rule. Okay? So the town responds. And they give me Helena Rafferty, November of 1988. All right? This is when their medical examinations have been completed. Okay? They gave me the medical examination completion on Helena Rafferty, November of 88. Gallagher, August of 94. Getting closer. Paul, DG, and Petro, August 94. And Eric Wade, August of 97. Let me put this up. All right. I'll put this up.
John, their blood pressure was good back then. I mean, why rock the boat?
Right, sure. I know, huh? Let's see. That's I know I have it.
Well, you're working on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Doctor.
Yeah.
What's Proctor bragging about? Performing ropes on the incapacitated a Snapchat. Uh-oh. What's that all about, John?
Uh-oh. I don't know.
It's her friend.
We might have to get a little details from the doctor.
Yeah. Oh, that was Rentham. I got that one too. That's coming up. Let me see where my Canton one is. I do have the Canton response. So let me, it was a long day, big rabbit holes. Canton's answer. Maybe it's this one. Let's see if that's that one. Let's see if it's this. Is this it? Okay. Yep. Here we go. This is their answer. Right? Helena Rafferty, November 88. Gallagher, August 94. Paul, DG, and Petro, August of 94. Eric Wade, August of 97. Okay? They even quoted the dates of the medical examinations, right? Or fitness for duty prior to or during their service as a special police officer. Specifically requesting in the records, right, used to determine fitness for duty prior to or during their service as special police officers. Because remember, she's retired. So now she's a special police officer. She's no longer a member of the Canton Police. And here's the other thing. Are they saying that she was a special police officer in 1988 and then she went on the force and that's what they're giving us? Because wouldn't you get, right? Wouldn't you have to, could that be what they're doing? Yeah, she was a special back in 1988. Here you go.
John, not to rock your boat or anything, but I'm guessing you got this stuff from 1989 and 1994 because you're John Camo, and if anybody else had asked for it, they probably would have got the
I got other people that have said to me, they go, we've asked.
Haven't gotten anything?
We haven't gotten anything. Right.
Well,
right. So
maybe
then they even says, As your request seeks medical examination and certification records, the town does not have any records in its possession that can satisfy your request. Really? But they can affirm that each of these individuals completed their required medical examinations and or medical certifications of fitness and duty on or by. Yeah, that's what they gave. That was the original. So that's what set me off onto, really? You're telling me that a medical examination from 1988 is still valid for someone working in 2026?
So, John, didn't you tell us that each year you have to be sworn in and
It
take
used to be that way. It changed. Now the chief can swear you in, but there are some towns that do it every year. Foxborough does it every year. Actually, they don't. They do it all every year for new people because Helena's Foxborough was from 2019, and we'll see that.
John, say hello to Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
Practice Snapchats can't be good. Brandy's one of our mods, as is Mullins. I know Mullins is in the chat because I looked real quickly and somebody said Mullins.
DJ.
And I'm sure DJ Atkins, the Atkins diet's in there. DJ, we got to talk soon. Haven't talked to DJ since my birthday. You know, maybe you should call me. You know, the phone works both ways. Is your finger broken there, DJ? Anyways. You see how I flip it and put it on other people?
DJ might want to come on the next Cronkbuster.
Oh, you know what? For the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages that are watching our show, we have come up with another Cronkbuster idea that we will bring you, and we hope you're going to like it. We're going to be on location again.
Yeah, we can't really spoil the event of it. We'll
Hey,
have to bring that to you later.
What about Brandy?
Brandy's always welcome.
Brandy, you're welcome to be on location with us on our next Cronkbuster. We have a Cronkbuster that it came to me today, and I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna bring it to you guys without getting in trouble. Yeah.
Public sidewalk.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna bring you something special. All right.
Road trip.
Anyway, like I said, I wasn't looking for a scandal. I was just looking for an explanation. Okay. Now, Tracy Kenny, to be fair, may have had a perfectly good, legitimate reason for providing those dates. They probably didn't have the real dates because they probably didn't do it. That's just me being sarcastic. But I started asking myself, are these the dates that the town is relying on to satisfy the special police officer medical examination requirement of the law? Because like I said, under the amended law, they must pass a medical examination before performing those police details. So if they're using the 1988 to satisfy it, then maybe the answer is yes. Maybe the answer is no, but it's a fair question. There's another issue. Eric?
Yes, sir.
There's another issue.
You got another issue? What's that
Yeah.
issue?
Oh, what's that issue? Funny you ask. Okay. While the town answered the medical portion, it never answered the other part, right? I requested documentation reflecting the appointments or reappointments. Those records weren't produced, right? So at this point, we don't know when Helena was appointed. And this would have been appointed by Perkins. She's not going to appoint herself because she was still the chief at the time. She would have had to have been appointed by Perkins. And what authority was Kent rely upon when she was appointed? So, you know, what authority was he relying upon? Was he using that law? What was Scotty saying? Because I know Scotty knows a lot about that law. If it was bringing in a signed doctor's note form saying you pass a physical, who knows? If they hang on to those forever, just to know. Yeah. But here's the thing. She retired. She's no longer a police officer. She's a retired police officer who wants to be appointed. So she would have had to go to Perkins and say, hey, can you appoint me so I can do details?
And then
he would have been
go
like,
to town hall and be
Then
sworn
go to town
in.
hall, get sworn in. Right. They would have just had
Where the town clerk would keep a record of that,
there
so that when John Camo from the Canton Chronicle sends in a records request, it could be fulfilled in like 24 hours. Right, John?
Oh my God, they would have been like, here, get lost. Then I would have gotten lost.
Or does that require going downstairs to the basement to get that information?
Yeah. Instead, I keep digging. All right. And digging. So if Canton couldn't answer the question, maybe someone else could. So I expanded my search. Up first, Norfolk County Sheriff Department. All right. Let's pull this up. Right. Norfolk County Sheriff Department. She swore in at the Becadini. Where is it? Here it is. Norfolk County Sheriff. Okay. Pull this up. All right. This is my request to them. May 3rd. So now we're into May. Started April 16th. We're into May. I just wanted any oath of office administered to Helena, Eric Wade, Paul Gallagher, as deputy sheriff or special officer in any capacity. Any appointment records. There you go. There's the appointment. See that again? Or authorization documents reflecting such appointments. The dates of any such swearing in or appointment. Any press releases, any announcements, or any ceremony records. June 1st of 2025 to present. That's what I asked for. Right? May 3rd. Pull this down. Hey, Glamour. All right, let's remove that. And they give me, hopefully I labeled it response. This one, I think this is what they give me. All right. Here we go. And boom. All right. Oh, no, it's me again, huh? Thanks, Eric.
Jonathan.
Not that one. It's not that one. Hold on.
You're in charge.
I know. I'll get to it. It's not a perfect science. All right. You know, dramatic effect. Maybe it's this one. All right. Unless I label them both the same. Is that the same thing? Did I label the same thing twice? No, here it is. May 19th. Mr. Kamal, we're in receipt of your public records request. Please find the attached responsive records. As you can see, Mr. Wade and Mr. Gallagher were sworn in as deputy sheriffs in 2024. While this they're giving me stuff I didn't even ask for. How good, you see what I mean? Like, they gave me something I didn't even ask for, but they were very nice by doing so. While this predates your requested time frame, these appointments were active during the time period stipulated. Both deputies were sworn in under the mutual aid. Norfolk County local police departments can request deputization for the purpose of mutual aid from their own force. They are not employees of Norfolk County Sheriff's Office, right? They are shared commission officers. For example, if an officer were investigating and that cross municipal lines in the county, the peace office status would extend over that line. Happy to explain the process more if that doesn't make sense. They were willing to explain more to us. Redaction of personal addresses, right.
John, so if you were sworn in under the Norfolk County Sheriff's Department,
yep.
Does that mean you can avoid taking an oath in each town because you're under mutual that blanket?
Aid. Yeah, it would be a mutual aid thing.
Okay, so if you're sworn in Foxborough,
yep,
that doesn't cover you.
Foxborough covers Foxborough.
Towns.
Yeah, and we'll see that. Yep.
So Norfolk County Sheriff's is the only umbrella that covers the county.
Well, yeah, because it's a county, right? We
is
following
county.
along with that one,
I'm with you now.
right?
I hope the Kronks
you're
are.
with me. Okay, hopefully. Okay.
I'm
So
sure they are.
the
They're a lot
Norfolk
smarter
County
than me.
Sheriff's Department, like I said, they were more than happy to explain the procedure, anything, right? Okay. So the request was submitted, the response was received, information provided, nothing regarding Helena. No smoking gun, no scandal, just no answer on her. Up next, Plainville. The request was submitted, the response received, professional, prompt, helpful. Nothing about saying that the claims were too broad, just an answer. I think I have Plainville's in here too. Let's get to Plainville's, right? Yep, she's legit for Gillette, right? Here's Plainville's. All right, let's go
You
to
think
Plainville.
you think she's doing the World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. And we'll get to that. We'll see why.
That's not a bad gig.
No, it's not. Betcha she's doing. Okay. We have no record of her appointment. There you go. Appointment. No oath of office. No swearing in. No commissioning as a special police officer. No reserve police officer. No deputy sheriff. No special deputy sheriff or any other law enforcement capacity in your jurisdiction for Plainville. She has worked as a traffic officer as mutual aid request. So they exhausted the people in their town and asked for mutual aid. And since she was working details, because she's listed as a Canton special, as she's listed as a retired Canton special officer for details, that's where the mutual aid came in. Okay. So there's Plainville. All right. We doing all right still?
I'm with you, buddy.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Deva's coming. We got stuff
no.
on Deva.
We got Deva
We got Deva.
in the Sallyport.
Deva in the Sallyport. We just don't know with who. Deva in the Sallyport. I don't know who. Deva in the Sallyport. What was that? Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. No. What was that? Tom and Jerry with the little guy, the little country guy. Johnny did a courting. Yeah. Deva in the Sallyport. That's going to be the new song. Deva in the Sallyport.
It's been a while since you've tried to put an album together.
You know what? I have not done a song. Next song is going to be Deva in the Sallyport.
We need a number one hit.
Crambo.
Something platinum.
Johnny did a court and he did right. Crambo. All right. Anyways. Up next, Foxborough. Right? We know she's at the stadium. So same thing. Request submitted. Response received quickly, professional, responsive, transparent. Again, no drama, just records. All right. Let's pull up Foxborough, right? Hopefully. If I can keep doing this in a timely fashion. Let's see. Foxborough. Here's okay. You guys don't need to see my question to Foxborough because this question is the exact same to everyone minus the town. So we'll pull up Foxborough. All right. Here we go. And I have actually, I downloaded their response. They gave me a response. Good afternoon. I have attached a copy of an oath for appointment for reserve officer for Helena Rafferty per your public records request. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. This is great. Feel free to contact me. You know what Canton does? They wait to the last second, they send it, and then they say file closed. They don't even ask you to contact them. They don't want any contact at all.
John,
they think it's still COVID. Don't contact us. No contact.
After they hit send, John, they're pounding on the desk. Damn it.
Yeah. Yep. No contact. Please. Please. Just go away. Not happening. Okay? Not happening. Let me see if I can pull up the Foxborough's. Let's see. Would it be a PDF?
John, while you're doing that, I think it's time for a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. Careful.
It's her friend.
There you go. Do I have Foxborough's already? No, I don't know if I did. But I do have the you know what? I don't want to screw it up. We're on a roll. We're on a roll. I
John,
have the form.
Did they do Mansfield yet?
Mansfield has been requested. They have not gotten back to me. It's still a very short period of time. But Mansfield's out there. Yep. Right. Yeah, they do. And Scotty, what I learned from multiple people is at the beginning of the season, there's just like this mass swearing in down in one of the rooms. There's like a room that all the police, it's got all the food for them, and it's kind of where they hang out before. But basically, there's a giant room where they have a massive swearing in, and then they have someone there week after week for all the stragglers, and they all get sworn in that way. But I do have the as you see that it was there was a downloaded. They sent me the form, and it shows that she got signed in. I think it was 2019. Oh, I have it on my phone. Hold on.
John, do you think Proctor and Goody did details at the stadium?
Oh, that's the next one. Especially, I haven't gotten to it yet. I've been busy, rabbit holes, but especially with the way Goody feels about Kraft, we probably should see if Goody was happy with taking Kraft's money, even though he wasn't happy with Kraft's religion. Goody was an all-around hater. He hated everybody. Pretty much.
He showed it to me when I was standing out in front of the Canton PD every now and then.
Hated everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got to put my glasses on for uno momento, por favor.
I suppose I don't blame him. I'd be pissed at me if I was him, too.
Foxborough, Helena Rafferty was sworn in 7/3 of 2018.
But not yearly? Not annually?
Nope. Nope. Because remember, even town of Canton, there's no length on a special until 70. I think 70 is actually the cutoff. They can do it till the 70. Okay. Now we get to Rentham. The little town of Rentham. Cute little town.
They got a nice mall.
They got a mall. They got an outlet. They got the gavel. They got a Lake Pearl. They got a lot of things in Rentham. Right? June 1st of this year, I send them a request. Right? June 1st of this year. Where is Rentham? That's Plainville. It's Rentham. That's Second question. I don't know if what is this? Is this Rentham? I don't know. I'm going to put this up anyways. I mean, it can't hurt, right? What is this? Let's see what this is. This is, that was Tracy Kenny. I should get rid of that then. I didn't have that listed. I sent Rentham the same thing. Okay. And they end up sending me back. Oh, here it is. I got it right here. Hold on. Give me 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Eric, go to commercial for 10 seconds. Yeah, go to commercial.
After a hard day at work, there is nothing better than a Pricks Insider.
All right, there you go.
Anyone?
John, you need 4 more seconds.
That happened.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
There you go. I'm ready. I am ready. I am, let's see, downloads, and here it is. Okay. So I go to rent them on a whim. On a whim, I decided to see if there was any 1968 Chevy Green Impalas fitting the description of two boys, two youths coming out of the store. No, this is what Rentham gives me. Okay, so Rentham. Oh, Eric, we also have an updated Pricks Insider logo, which we've got to put on a
Oh, yeah.
T-shirt. We got to bring that up too. A Kronk did us a solid and pretty much brought our Pricks Insider cans into 2026, and we're gonna put them out. Anyways, Town of Rentham, oath of office, right? This signature page confirms, pursuant to Mass General Chapter 330A, Town Clerk's Office, a link to the Massachusetts Open Meeting Law, a link to the Conflict of Interest Law. It confirms that she was sworn in to serve. What date was this?
This was June 8th,
June 8th.
2026.
And it expires on June 30th of 2026.
So
I asked
John,
for it on the 1st.
Yeah.
Now, they provided me this on the 11th, by the way. So I asked for it on June 1st. They provided me it on June 11th. And she was sworn in on the 8th. Asked for it on the 1st, sworn in on the 8th, given it to me on the 11th, and it's good to the end of June of this year.
So, right after July 4th, are you going to be making another request?
No, I actually have two requests for this one.
Not just one. I'm sorry.
It's two different.
I should have known.
Does anybody see anything with that?
Yeah.
I asked for it on the 1st. She was sworn in on the 8th. It's good into the 30th of the month.
And they went with the Canton playbook and waited 10 days.
9. Yeah, I got it 9 days.
9 days. All right.
Yeah.
We didn't count the first day. Yeah.
Right. Anybody? Any of the 6 people that are watching us that are in the chat? Did you notice? I asked for it on the 1st. She got sworn in on the 8th. They gave it to me on the 11th.
The chat is not surprised at this. This is, just the way business happens in all these towns in Norfolk
Pretty
County.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Now, we have to preface this, okay? Rentham provided the records, no excuses. They gave the oath, the authority, status information, right? Everything I requested. I want to publicly thank the woman, Barbara Manning, and the Rentham Police Department. Whether people agree with my questions or not, they treated me professionally and respectfully. And that's how public records are supposed to work. I'm going to be fair to them. There might be a perfectly reasonable explanation of why it's a June 8th oath. Okay? Maybe they were updating their roster. Maybe something slipped by over the last year. I don't know. Maybe it was an administrative update.
John,
Right?
maybe she hasn't worked the detail this year, but she's going to
In the past
few
year.
days. So
The past year.
They needed to get her sworn in before she does another detail there.
Because
This month.
Eric, it's not January to January.
Mm.
All right. I'm going to pull these up because so let me see. I ended up sending this back. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Right. I end up saying this. Oh, they send this back first. Good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon. Kind words. Oh, basically, I sent them a thank you. I'll put it up right now. This is at 2:41. This is why I put this up here, right? 2:41 in the afternoon. That I had sent them a thank you for sending me the information. Right? Let me get that one too. Image.
Today.
Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
John, was this today they responded, or was it yesterday?
I had like 4 back and forths today.
Okay.
Right. All right. Here it is. This is the correction. Hold on, we'll get back to this. See, I have them labeled all wrong. I apologize. Let's pull that down. It's image file. Maybe it's gratitude. This one. Maybe it's this one. And let me pull up one more just before I put it up there. And image file. Second question. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks, Eric. I know I can start to rely on you. Okay. So at 2:20. At 2:20. Dear Ms. Manning, thank you for your prompt and professional response to my public records request. I wanted to take a moment to express my appreciation, not only for the records that were provided, but also in the manner in which the request was handled, from the acknowledgement of the receipt through the final response. Your communication was clear, courteous, and informative. Public records requests are an important part of government transparency. Transparency. I used it. And I recognize that responding to them requires time and effort. I get it. But if you're going to be you know what? I'm going to keep asking. Your office provided the information requested, explained the exemptions, identified the legal authority involved, and did so in a timely manner. Whether people agree or disagree, right? I believe you're handling this request reflects well on both your office and the town of Rentham. Please extend my thanks to anyone that assisted in locating and producing the records. Thank you for your professionalism, your responsiveness, and courtesy throughout the process, right? So when people send me stuff, I'm going to thank them. I don't just say, yeah, thanks for the stuff. I took the time out of writing her back and sending her this stuff, right? So, so they come back with, I think it was this one. I think this one is the one. At 2:41. Thank you for your kind words and recognition. Glad we could provide it. Have a nice day. Stay safe. I took that as a threat. No, I'm kidding. Stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Because we've alerted everybody to what you're doing, you punk. No, I'm kidding.
9 days ago.
I'm kidding.
They had a 9-day head start, John.
Yeah. Anyways, well, I post on social media and immediately someone noticed that there was a difference. They're like, hey, she just got sworn in and it ends at the end of the month. Right. And I'm like, well, probably should ask them. Like, was that a typo? Was it a Scribner's error? What's going on here? So I asked them. Here it is. Thank you again for your professional response to my records request. But while reviewing the documents, I noticed Helena's oath was administered on June 8th. I got 3 days ago. I had a question regarding the appointment paperwork. The records appear to indicate a June 2026 expiration date, despite the old just happening a couple days ago. I want to make sure I wasn't misinterpreting the records correctly. Can you clarify that for? Is it a fixed annual appointment cycle? Is it a clerical error? I hear thunder. Eric, remember our second episode?
Oh yeah.
When that lightning storm kicked us off, folks, I hear thunder outside. So if we get cut off, just sit tight. We're gonna have to. Well, no, don't sit tight. Don't hang out. We're gonna have to start a new one.
What you're saying is don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Well, no, we're gonna have to start a whole new thing. So I asked the second question, and they give me. Hopefully, I can find it. Well, there's my June 1st. I think it's this one. Let's hope it's this one. I didn't have them labeled. Let's see. Is this anything? No, it's Tracy Kenny again. I keep going back to Tracy. I must be fixated on Tracy.
Put your glasses on.
That's what it is. Well, the thing is, I didn't. Hold on. You watch the chat real quick, and I'll double check these. If I have to, I'll just read it off of my email. I thought I downloaded it. That's the answer. Oh, you know what? Oh, here it is. I knew I had it. Okay. So the answer is good afternoon. They are reviewed and reappointed every year by the chief. So this town reappoints every year. The fiscal year ends 6/2026, and the next reappointments will run to July 1st to June 30th. I hope this answers your question. Then on her own, she goes, oh, sorry, correction. The fiscal year ends May 30th. June 30th. Sorry, June 30th. So they run July 1st to June 30th. July 1st to June 30th. So she just got sworn in
For 20-something days.
to till June 30th, right? Like I said, they were either fixing something that slipped through the cracks and said, hey, we made a mistake, we missed something, or ole, 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 ole. There's some football coming up, and she's going to be maybe everybody else is going to get Foxborough and she's going to get Rentham. Who knows? You know, there's going to be some soccer. Maybe she doesn't want to be by the stadium. Maybe she wants to be, you know, down on 140 somewhere. Perfectly good explanation. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions. What I am going to do is I'm going to send a request to determine whether she's worked at all over the last year in Rentham, over the last fiscal year in Rentham, because, you know, I'd rather follow the records than the rumors. Right?
And if
Hey.
if they're watching tonight, they'll be prepared for you.
Absolutely. I should have told them I was going to be doing a show on it. Maybe we could have gotten some new Kronks. As I dug deeper, I found something interesting. Let's go back to what we talked about earlier. One of the bills submitted to the legislature during the 2021 amendment process, one of the bills in 2021 stated that the select board would appoint special police officers. So for a while, I thought that was going to be the answer. That's why we were looking for, like you said, Eric, remember, we didn't see it on her agenda and she wasn't sworn in anywhere. We're like, huh. But then, like I said, I went back and watched the actual law. I looked up the actual law, right? Not the home rule petition that the town asked for, the actual law, which went all the way back to 2004. And there it stated, the police chief, not the select board. The police chief appoints. I kept reading, right? We said it earlier. Special police officers appointed under this act shall be sworn before the town clerk, who shall keep a record of all appointments. Okay? So the law answered the question. The chief appoints, the clerk keeps the records. All right? So why is there no appointment record for the town of Canton for Helena Rafferty?
Sure, it's a very important question, but you know, what are the consequences of the fact that if she's not sworn in and she's working for the town?
Eric. Do you have an automobile?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get an inspection sticker
Yes.
once a year?
Yeah. That's
Do you
kind of how the rules
register?
work.
Do you register your vehicle every time it needs a new registration?
Every 2 years, yes.
Do you keep it insured?
You have to.
Okay. Is your license up to date?
It is.
Okay. So if you got pulled over and one of those aren't up to date, do you just get to tell the cop, trust me, don't worry about it. We're good. No, don't. Yeah, we're good.
That all depends on who you are, John.
You think if that's me, they ain't towing my vehicle and leaving me on the side of the road, depending on
Depends on who pulls you over, my friend.
exactly. There's no different. And she was the chief of police, so she should have known these things. Right? It's no why is it we can't hold them to the same standard they hold us?
John, should Chief Daniels be concerned that this could be an issue?
Chief Daniels sent an email back saying, please continue to use the new town portal, and we're looking into our records. Thanks for sending an email.
Do you really need to use the portal? Can't you just
Yes.
make a verbal request? Isn't that the
So,
law?
if Helena was appointed as a Canton Special Police Officer under Chapter 394 back in 2025 by Chief Perkins, right? There should have been a swearing in front of the town clerk. It should have been maintained by the town clerk. And we wouldn't be here today doing all of this in front of whatever cronks are watching us. Right? Where's the oath? And she should have gotten a medical. She should have gotten a medical physical. She should have gotten a physical to show that she is okay to do details as a special officer, especially at the age she's at. I don't want to be an age. What do you call these things? Ageism or a
John, you just want to know if she has a heart.
No, I just want to know that she wasn't. She was just doing. She's just do like the rest of us. That's all, right?
Play by the rules.
Yeah. So, did Chief Perkins appoint her under Chapter 394? If yes, where's that record?
What's Canton's fiscal year? And have we got new appointees or?
Yeah, I don't know. That's still in there. That's another one that's waiting. So there's a couple more things that I'm going to put up on the screen. So I went back and I looked at more of my requests. And that's when I realized that back on April 16th, I'd already been asking for the right records, the reappointment or the appointment. I had been asking for versions of the appointment question from the very beginning that they didn't give me, right? But I kept talking about oaths, right? Over all the different shows, I'm like, where's the oath? Where's the oath? It's not an oath story. It's an appointment story. Because the one word that we saw on all these records over and over and over from different towns was that they appointed her. The chief appoints. Right? We send the FOIA requests in. The clerks keep the records. They're the ones that giving out the records. Right? Everything starts with an appointment. And if there was an appointment required, there should be a record, there should be a date, the authority in which she was, there should be a file, a paper trail. A paper trail, right? There should be something. Where is the appointment?
Didn't I see also somewhere on one of those documents you put up that there's a online questionnaire of some sort or exam to that they have to fulfill each year as well?
Oh,
and when I say exam, not a medical exam or anything like that.
You mean a conflict of interest?
Could be.
Yeah. Anyways, I just want them to be held accountable to the same accountability that they're expected of every one of us. And to this day, nobody from Canton has said, hey, John, here's the appointment. Go away. Hey, John, here's the authority. Can you please go away? Hey, John, here's the verification process. Please, please, please go away. Instead, I've had to piece this all together, one document at a time, town after town after town, which keeps showing me what all the other towns have been doing, but not Canton. So as of tonight, oh, Deva's getting closer. Can you feel the Deva? The Deva's getting closer.
Oh, yeah.
Deva in the Sallyport. Shaded roll, Carimbo. As of tonight, I still don't have an appointment record. And I've asked, and we're waiting on this. If she was doing a detail in Canton, right? and she's out on the street, you think that firearm on her is her own, or do you think it's an issued firearm by the town of Canton? Because God forbid something happened, right? She's operating under the capacity of the Canton Police Department, right?
Right?
Somebody must have issued her a Canton firearm once she retired and wanted to do details, because once you're a special officer in Canton, you have all of the qualifications and rights of a police officer.
John,
Well, yeah,
I assume that Helena wears her Canton uniform.
absolutely.
So you would think that the biggest priority is to get her sworn in the anybody, whatever town or city you work in, is where you should be sworn in first, so
Yep.
that you can wear that uniform when you get sworn in somewhere else.
Yep. You think she probably has one of those radios too, right?
Oh yeah,
Also town property. There must be a record of them issuing her a radio for when she's doing these details. They don't just, you got to keep track of they don't just give firearms and radios out to everybody and then just be like, well, they'll return it. There's got to be a record of what's out there and who's returning it. Those FOIA requests are still in there. And let me show you, just because we want to be transparent. I want to be transparent. Those are still sitting here. Let me pull this up. Image file. Let's do this one. And you gotta be trained once a year. So that's another one. As I just want to make sure that I wanted a copy of the record identifying the most recent firearms qualification date for her in her capacity as a special police officer. I mean, I like to go to the range. I'm sure she does too. I'm sure she passes. I just want to see it. That's it. Right. That's one of them. The other one is radio and sidearm together. These two are going to be together. Request copies of any records showing issuance, assignment, or possession of town-owned firearms and or town-owned portable radios by individuals serving as special police officers. So this isn't just for her, because she might not be the only one. This was from June 3rd. So June 3rd, go 10 days. Don't count weekends. Don't count holidays.
So you're going to get it like Wednesday.
Don't count Saturdays and Sundays, and don't count Juneteenth. Right? So yeah, I just want to see how many firearms and radios they've passed out.
John, speaking of Juneteenth,
yeah,
who do you think is going to be working the detail of the town club for the big fundraiser?
Oh, yeah, you know they're gonna have.
And are they going to be sworn? Are they going to be sworn in?
That's going to be a fundraiser. That's, you know what? Let's FOIA request that.
I would think that's one of those occasions where they should probably make sure they're all sworn in.
We should FOIA request who's got that detail and who requested it, because I'm sure they know now who they're going to request it to. So anyways, that's what's still outstanding. We got Mansfield. We got the radios, the firearms, So, and then it's pretty much, huge liability. I would think that all the I's aren't dotted. Well, you know what it is? I think what happened was you had an interim police chief, and this just really, again, Eric, you have a vehicle, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You get your oil changed, right?
Every 7,000 miles or less.
Okay. Do you get your cabin air filter changed?
Probably not every time.
Okay, that's what this is like. This is like you change your tires, you change your oil, but you kind of let the cabin filter go because it's really not that important until it's important. Right? Was she sworn in, and she was issued a firearm and a radio, and she does her details. And as long as nothing happens, it's all good. Until something happens, then it's not so good. That's why you have insurance.
Physicals are mandatory once a year. No excuses, John.
Yeah, I know. So to close out the Helena, we did an hour on her, hour and 16 minutes. It's not really about Helena. And Helena, I know you're watching, and it's not about you. It was presented to me by two individuals. I was like a dog on a bone. The town didn't want to they didn't want to work with me. They're overwhelmed. They don't like the amount of information requests that are going to the town. They're not happy. They're very abrupt with everybody. And they think that some people will just kind of go away and just move along. And that's not me. I don't want to do that. And so I'm sorry that this is about you. I actually liked her. She was very nice to me, at least nice to my face. So I take it for what it's worth. If she talked behind my back, she talked behind my back. But at the time, she was nice to me. And I guess that's what hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt. So it's not about Helena. It's about transparency. It's about the records. It's about accountability. Four municipalities answered. The Norfolk County Sheriff's Department answered. Rentham answered. Foxborough answered. Plainville answered. Mansfield's still out there. Right? The one entity that has known about all these questions the longest is Canton.
John, you didn't think to go the other way and maybe look at Randolph, Braintree, Quincy, Milton?
No, because we know where she lives, and she's not going to be going to Randolph Braintree. You know, you're going to go what's easy for you. And I know what her relationships are with some of the people in those towns. So that's why I did that.
You got inside info.
For what it's worth, everybody that I've talked to, they like Helena. She's a nice person. I never said she was not a nice person. I just said she was nice to me, to my face. And I've gotten that from other people too. Helena is a nice person from all different members of law enforcement, from members in the courts, from you name it. Every different level of law enforcement, they like her. And now you know why the department liked her. So, anyways, the law requires an appointment. There should have been a record. Maybe maybe tomorrow somebody sends me the appointments and the mystery disappears. I don't know. Maybe they find it. Maybe they find it somewhere in a filing cabinet. I don't know. That's all I have to say on that.
John, you remember before the show, you asked me which topic we should discuss first, either Helena or Kelly Devers. And I told you that, I don't think we should talk to Kelly until we at least get to 60 Kronks viewing.
Yeah.
We just hit the 60 mark.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So we're fully loaded.
We're ready.
Ready to go.
It's fully loaded. All right. Hold on. Let me put these in here. I'm downloading them as we speak, and they're really quick. There's just 4 of them. And then we'll get to Kelly in the Sallyport. She did roll.
John,
Kelly
there's one.
Yeah, we're in the Sallyport. She did spy. Yeah.
There's a super chat we haven't played in a long time, and since we're in a little intermission, we should go with it.
Whoa, look at that! An amazing Kronk sending us a super chat! That deserves a Kronk dance!
Thank you. So let me pull up this one. All right. A few days ago, the trial files. Oh, 470. Thank you. 470. No, that's 420. 67. 67. A few days ago, the trial channel and the trial files started downloading a number of videos from the Sally Port. And I gotta bring this one up first because that's the dark one. And it was really interesting. Moozy. Which one is it? Is it this one? I'm hoping it's this one. I didn't label them again, so here we go. We're gonna have to figure it out. How many minutes is this one? Yep, it's this one. Okay. I'm not going to play the whole thing on this one, but I'm putting this up here for people to see how dark the Sally Port was. All right. And let's put this big. Okay. Do you guys see how dark that is?
It's very dark, John.
Right?
Can you lighten it up for us?
I can, and I'm gonna.
I appreciate that.
Okay. This is a Sally Port, and you don't see it at the moment because, oh, yeah, you do. Why don't you see it on the TV, though? I see it over here. Oh, I know why. Oh, there it is. There it is. Do you see that? Might as well let's stick with it. It's 12:07. Do you see this?
On the 30th.
Let me back it up. Okay. People can see this. So this is the Sally Port. This is after John O'Keefe was found in the morning. This is after the CERT team showed up to 34 Fairview. After the car was in the station at 5:30 to 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. This is almost, this is midnight. This is midnight on, right? And I ended up brightening this 200%. Is this the what? Okay. That's what it looks like. Right? Here we go. This is from the trial, the trial files, right? This is what it looks like. This is what they give you.
So, John, back up a second.
Yeah.
I don't know how far back you had to go, but there was no timestamp. Why does that timestamp all of a sudden appear?
I don't know if the way I screen recorded it or whatever, but it was on there from the beginning.
Yeah, but you didn't put it on there. You didn't take it off. It just seems
no. There it is. Because it's probably the way I screen recorded this. I didn't download this because there you can see me moving it around.
Yeah.
This is the raw footage. This is what I had to work with. Okay. So this is what I have to work with. This is the Sally Port at midnight. All right. There you go. You see some movement down there at 12:07. Right? This is midnight after, like I said, after Karen's vehicle has been brought into the Sally Port. Okay? So let me get rid of that. So I end up brightening it up 200%. Put it at 100%, brighten it up another 100%. Okay? Now I'm going to have to pause it a couple times. What you see is you can see the guy's hand holding a flashlight, right? It's midnight. The lights are off in the Sally Port. You have a female right above where it says Sally Port, and you have a male, what looks to be or appears to be a male holding the flashlight, shining it at the vehicle. All right, so let's play it. And Eric, what do you think she's doing right there?
Looks to me like she's massaging the light.
Yeah, let's back that up a little bit. 3 fingers. I see 3 fingers.
I see 3 fingers.
Okay, let's back it up a little more. Right?
Giving it a rub for luck, John.
Yeah, but that's a male holding the flashlight.
That's a male, yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
a male.
All right. So here we go. Let's play this. All right. She's rubbing it with her fingers. Right? Oh, look, I stopped it. Do you see what I see?
I see a
A lot of red.
Well, a small
You see
little
a good-
piece of red.
You see a good, but it's a good amount of red, right?
Yeah, but only in the top
On the
right
corner.
portion. Yeah,
Absolutely.
a lot of
More than what was.
what looks white there, like
Uh-huh.
the red's missing.
Oh, hold on. It's gonna. The light keeps coming around, right?
And we all saw the trial, John. So we know there was a small piece of red left in that top right corner
Yeah.
when they brought it into the courthouse.
Mm-hmm. So, hold on. So there they are. There she is, rubbing it. Pointy finger. There's tail light right there. Back it up a tiny bit because all right, so 12:07 in the morning. Nothing nefarious. What I think this is if you go to the key swipe logs, the closest to, you see Kelly Deva coming back to the station just before midnight. She goes up to the female locker room. She then comes out of the locker room, is in a corridor. Michael Chen then key swipes. I think it's Sallyport, booking to Sallyport, or I think it's booking to Sallyport, right? And then you see this. And I think this is just 2 younger cops and one of them saying, hey, kind of like Finding Nemo. You want to go see the butt? Oh, yeah, I want to go touch the butt. Okay. And so they go out there. They're nosy. They want to go touch, they want to go look at the car. And, I think that's what you're seeing there.
It's like the car accident on the side of the road, John, where everybody's going to slow down to watch.
Everybody's going to slow down to watch. They had an opportunity to go be nosy, and they want to go be nosy and go look at the car. But that's the question right there. Shouldn't have been.
Yeah, exactly. There was supposed to be yellow tape all around that, wasn't there? Nobody really allowed in.
Right. Yeah, you can see it. Actually, yeah, let me pull this back up. You can see the yellow tape. See it down under the bumper? Hanging way down low?
Yeah, because they tried to step over it and they stomped on it.
Well, they didn't. I mean,
Well,
they
I don't
come out. It's down there. See? I
Sure.
wouldn't say that. It's out there at midnight. But like I said, So,
Well, they had no respect for that yellow tape.
she was a young officer who wanted to go look at the vehicle. So then let me pull this up. So here I am. I zoomed in on this one. Right, I zoomed in. So this is what you see. You see her rubbing it right there.
Smudging some prints.
There's the red that you see. To me, that's a little bit more than I've seen some pictures where somebody put together the taillight and they show you all of the parts that Proctor found, all the parts that Yuri found, and the part that we're seeing in red, to me, we can't prove it. I'm just saying, To me, that looks like the parts that Proctor found. Here I am zoomed in even more. So there you go. So that was two officers at midnight that decided they want to go, look at the vehicle. Eric, you got the reins. You're in charge. You're in charge. I want to run over and grab a couple pretzel rods.
A couple of pricks and ciders.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right,
I'll be
John.
back.
I know you're not going too far. Well, while he's gone though, we can we got McDonough.
Give us fucking McDonough, and we'll go easy on you.
Careful. Once you have had a Pricks Insider, you will want it all night.
How about George? Well, let's go with George.
That happened. Sure, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
So John added something to this that I can play with these buttons, and I see Rose Scarpiccio, and so we're going to play that.
Apparently, he thinks he's above the law. So he was served in hand. He was told to be here this morning. Instead, his attorney showed up and said he left on vacation on Saturday. The vacation was planned, I understand, a year before.
I'll tell you, if there was ever a guest that I wanted on the show, it's her. I think she would be fire, and we got to make that happen.
Good's gone bad.
Sorry, hit the wrong button. If I'm going to do that, I should give you McDonough. John, you're back just in time. I was.
Did you talk to the crew?
I
Or
did.
did you just play videos?
No, well, I played this one, John. I didn't even see this one down here, but I should play it again.
Apparently, he thinks he's above the law. So he was served in hand. He was told to be here this morning. Instead, his attorney showed up and said he left on vacation on Saturday. The vacation was planned, I understand, a year before.
And what I mentioned, John, that we should get her on the show. We need to figure that out.
Gonna have to reach out to her.
John, are you really eating? Didn't we go through this with the chicken nuggets before?
We did. I said I was going to get a pretzel rod.
I thought you were kidding. I thought that was code for like, I got to go to the bathroom.
No, I needed a pretzel rod.
Mullins didn't feed you before the show?
But put your hand all over. No, Mullins isn't around tonight. Mullins is busy. My question is, why is it very for the camera angle way before the time? It's just the way I recorded. I screen recorded. I probably zoomed in. I might have zoomed in, and when I cropped in, I cropped out the timestamp. I was just trying to see what the movement was. It wouldn't be a Thursday if we didn't play some other ones. I know. I know. I could hear the TV from the other room. He played 4 videos. God forbid he talks to the chat. Well, God forbid he talks to the Kronks for a minute. You know.
You should give me a heads up instead of 2 seconds.
Eric,
hey, I gotta go get some pretzels.
A lot of stuff came up. One of my new favorite people. I told you I liked Loopy. On Sunday, I get Loopy with it, right? Well, here's the other half of the loop equation, right? It's Samantha. And yeah, Eric. Why don't you speak to yeah. Go ahead, answer that one, Eric.
Mike and I exchanged a couple pleasantries last Thursday night.
Oh.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? Good, Eric. How you doing?
Today, Samantha had breaking news.
Samantha did?
She agrees with me.
That's breaking news?
She thinks exactly like I think.
Oh, that's a problem.
Okay. We're not talking about Marlin. All right. I said I wouldn't bring up Marlin tonight. We're staying away from Marlin. Here we go.
There's been some developments, and I have to say, I have to talk about this because You guys know I have wanted to rule out Colin for a long time. Like, I really want to be able to say that Colin Albert was not in that house and had nothing to do with what happened in that house. In that house and had nothing to do with what happened in that house.
Let me pause this for a minute because I didn't ask her if we could use this. So I am going to comment on this. This is Samantha Bonino. She has a YouTube show called I Don't Belong Here. They do Monday Nooners, her and Loopy. They do Monday Nooners Live. And she's got her own show, and she's absolutely amazing. And this is her talking about Higgins's Jeep.
But it's impossible. It's impossible. And now it's getting increasingly impossible. It's not getting better. Like, it's getting actually, I would say, exponentially, rapidly worse. So we have to talk about that. But I have a development or a possible development in the Jeep saga, the Brian Higgins Jeep saga. And here's the thing. I want to be able to direct you to where this information came from, but I can't remember because this is true. I spend all day, essentially, or most days anyway, talking to people about this case. And so it's all coming at me so fast that I can't.
It's all coming at her fast. She has a
John, did she get this info from you?
She didn't get it from me. I've never talked to her before in my life, but she feels the same way as me. All right. On the record, I've never talked to her.
Maybe she's watched the show. You never know.
Watching. Hey, Samantha, if you watch the show, we'd love to have you on, or let me come on and I'll chit chat with you. You seem like a very smart girl, and I have one of those little. I don't like the Jets thing in the background. But those, whatever those bobblehead things are, I have one of those. I mean, I can put one behind me. I have a cronk board. So you have those little big head dolls. I got a cronk board. So, let's go on.
Can't seem to find the source of this particular detail, but I will tell you that it was confirmed by some other unrelated person, completely unrelated, today. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to just mention it because I think this makes sense. So we have spent the last however many years now trying to figure out where could Brian Higgins have parked his Jeep. And while it certainly could have been on that all the way to the right side of the Alberts driveway, there are some who have, I guess, some of these, one of the witnesses in one of the police notes. So we have the actual handwritten notes of some of the police officers who investigated this case. For example, you guys remember we had DeChico's note, the notes that he was watching the Ring videos and taking down the times on the video, what he was seeing, those kind of notes. One of the notes from a witness interview said that Higgins was parked across the street in Kelleher's driveway.
The police had notes that Higgins's Jeep was in Kelleher's driveway.
Whose
now,
notes?
If they had notes that Higgins's Jeep was in Kelleher's driveway, you don't think Gallagher would have ever tried to pull the video of at least what came and went from the driveway? Because you don't think Gallagher had any camera on his driveway?
Where the cars are, where they keep the cars.
So you're telling me that Kelleher had a Ring doorbell or a camera bell, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's not Ring. It's kind of like Zamboni versus
video surveillance of his property.
Right. Okay. He had one of only his front door and not the driveway or the doors leading through his garage. So even if he didn't have something that got 34, you would have gotten Kelleher's property. So if they had notes that Higgins's Jeep was in Kelleher's driveway, why didn't they have that?
Scotty, besides the front door, where were the other two?
One would be on the driveway.
One
For your
would be on the
garages.
driveway, I would
Just
assume.
like John had one on his driveway in his garages, and John had one on his front door. Right? Gallagher said he knew the camera wouldn't have caught anything because Gallagher picked up Amazon deliveries when Keller was on vacation. Listen, they get an excuse for everything. Just get the video. All right. They gave us 3 hours of the Canton Police Sally Port that had supposedly nothing on it. Get 3 hours of Kelleher's driveway that has nothing on it. They got the Cassie's Corner store. They only got the front camera. Where's the Chapman Street camera? They have cameras on Chapman Street. Where's their camera? Okay. Nobody knows what route Karen went home. They don't know if she turned around and went back up Cedar Crest to Dedham to Pleasant. They don't know if she went up Fairview to Chapman to Beaumont to Sherman, or Fairview to Chapman to Washington to Pleasant to Sherman. We don't know which way she went home.
Well,
You
if
would
they
have
did
known
if they did a real investigation, they would have figured that out because
You would have known, yeah. You would have known who parked in Kelleher's driveway or who didn't park in Kelleher's driveway. Sorry, I got amped up.
Please keep it up.
Now, you'll remember, or you may not, Paul Gallagher, Lieutenant Paul Gallagher from the Canton PD testified in trial number 2 that he knew that it was going to be useless because he had house sit at Kelleher's house in the past, and he knew that wherever that camera was pointing wasn't in the direction of the house, so wouldn't have seen anything. You couldn't have seen anything. But this is also where the solo cups came from. And it's starting to kind of make sense. Oh, sure. Higgins could have parked in the driveway across the street. That makes perfect sense because he wasn't parked on the street and he wasn't parked in front of the house, as all of us are very sure. So that is a lead. I can't verify, and I cannot remember for the life of me where I got it, but when I remember, I will, or when I hunt down the source, I will post it so that you guys can follow up too.
So John, you're muted, so I'm gonna talk right now.
All right, go ahead.
And I just wanted to let you know, if he was parked across the street or in front of the mailbox, either location, when he was leaving 34 Fairview to go home, go to the police station, go wherever he was going, are you telling me he didn't see John lying on the ground? If he was parked in front, the headlights would have been right there. If he had to walk by, you think he missed them altogether, wasn't paying attention?
Right. He would have seen him. Remember, he also said that there was a windrow or a plow. He didn't see him over the berm or the ice, the snow, the drift or whatever. Behind Blue Eyes, thank you. Hit like and subscribe. Hey, it doesn't cost you anything. You will regret it because you got to deal with me a lot, but and with the best info in the area. And I don't know what area she's talking about, but
if you haven't, what is it when you actually pay $1.99, John?
Oh, become a member.
Become a member,
and I have been trying to post more.
There's a good chance that you get a free month because Mullins paid for like 20 of them last month.
I know.
Last week.
You know what I'm going to do from now on? From now on, when Eric's watching the chat and they see a member in there, right there, the crystal star. You know how I know she's a member? I can see the green in her thing. Any member, you become a member, you don't have to pay. We're gonna put your stuff up.
See
right
that?
There. See that?
Like that?
We're gonna put your stuff up. You don't have to pay for it.
Is that an automatic? So no matter what they say,
yeah, right there.
No proofreading, just make it happen.
He was a member. JC Music Man, he's a member. You're a member. We'll put your stuff up. You don't have to put a super chat just to have your stuff put on the screen. You don't have to pay. You do not have to pay us to have your stuff put on the screen. But if you're a member, we're going to put it up. There you go.
Couple
Let's
of
see how
bucks
long we
goes a
can keep
long
track of-
way.
Let's see how long we can keep track of that promise. We will try our hardest.
Depends on
We
how
will
many
try-
hours we're on.
We will try our hardest to make sure right here. Grand opening headquarters on Saturday. Eric?
I know. I gotta work. I wanted to go.
Hey, if you're a mod, Brandy's one. We'll put you up. We'll put you up. Brandy, we need you. Folks, I gotta tease it, Eric. I gotta tease it. Music, that's right.
Tease
try
it,
to
tease it.
Right, but we had some
Don't
point.
give
There
it
you
all
go.
away.
See?
Just tease it.
We had already said bye. We gave you. See that, JC the Music Man? We gave you the super chat today that we ran over on last show. Brandy, we need you. I came up with an unbelievable idea. Brandy, Brandy, I came up with an unbelievable idea to cronk bust something that is I don't know.
Is Brandy going to be there to babysit Whitey?
Oh, you want to bring Whitey on this too?
Well, the last time we had Whitey, and they all
We did,
shit-
and then all heck broke loose.
all hell broke.
Some woman beat him up.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Whitey. Left him
Whitey
bloody.
got beat up by a girl.
Oh, you're on his shit list now. Thanks for
Oh,
helping me
I'm
out.
never going to be on the boat. Oh, I'm not allowed on the boat. And it's summertime. Summertime's coming. We're supposed to do a show
just
on the
so
boat.
you know, the boat is still directly across from Momo's.
We're supposed to be doing a live. So this summer, we're going to try. Hopefully, we have Wi-Fi. Oh, well, then, Brandy, we will. Oh, you got to put it up, Eric, because there you go. I won't go, we're going to bring Whitey. We're going to bring Whitey. This idea of mine is too good not to. I mean, one of us is going to get arrested.
Whitey needs supervision, though.
We'd like to do a show from Marina Bay. Hopefully, there's Wi-Fi. If not, Eric said he'll buy a hotspot for us. I don't know how much hotspots
I got
cost.
a good hotspot,
I don't know how much they cost.
but I think there's
Well-
Wi-Fi. I think there's Wi-Fi down there.
All right, so maybe we can ask Momo what his password is. It's probably
Maybe we can have Momo on.
maybe Momo's password is his Proctor Snapchat or something. I don't know.
We should do a
Oh,
poll.
maybe-
Should we have Momo
I should
on?
change it. I should change. Oh, Ross. I should change my Wi-Fi to Proctor's Snapchat. That should be my Wi-Fi. So yeah, we have something that we want to bring you, and then we want to do a show from the boat this summer if Whitey forgives me for telling everybody you got beat up by a girl. I got beat up by a girl too.
It happens.
Well, it was multiple. It was like 6-on-1. While we have time, and I want to be quick about this because we're at 1:49. I can do this in 9 minutes or less. Okay. Something else happened yesterday, and I want to get into this. There are some people, I'm not going to name names, but you guys can kind of figure it out. You guys know my clues. There are some people that are not happy with me. Mullins.
Let me get
We
the
don't have-
list.
We don't have to put all the Mullinses up there, but we will. Nobody get arrested. Okay. There are some people that are not happy with me. Yeah, there's a list. And it depends on the week and who I'm talking about and who likes me and who doesn't. I didn't know because sometimes people will get one of the, what do you call it, a sock account, right? They go onto Twitter and they have sock accounts and they attack me, they attack my brother, they attack they and I know one of them is Sean McCabe. And he doesn't bother me. He humors me.
He blocked me.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah.
Even his fake accounts?
Oh yeah. No, I still have my backdoor account, but I'd rather be upfront with my Eric DiGirolamo account.
Right.
They should know I'm there.
So so Sean was on there as Lebowski, not Big Lebowski. He was just on as Lebowski, and he gave himself away. I won't say how, but he gave himself away. And then there was another one. So there was another person on there yesterday, and I didn't know that for 9 hours they were just posting and posting and posting. And these are some of the posts that they put up there, right? Let me get to Helena. Okay, so this is one of them. Okay, so here's one. His name was Danny. Since we all know, they think my brother, who has like 6 jobs, that I talk to him for about 40 seconds a day. They think he's pulling the strings. They think he's friggin' Geppetto, okay, and that I'm Pinocchio. That George is pulling the strings. Is friends with anyone I'm on Twitter. So now George doesn't even freaking use Twitter. He's not a Twitter. He's busy. I don't know how many times that I do call him that, it goes right, it doesn't go right to voicemail. When you get a call and it rings once and then all of a sudden, they hit reject. That happens a lot. Let's just say that happens a lot. I have to get him at the right time, like on the train. If I know he's on the train, that's when I get to talk to him. Otherwise, he's going to a meeting. He's home with his wife. He's at work. I get him when he's on the train. And even then, he can't talk to me because he's sitting around people. He's not going to say nothing. Anyways, check his following and who he follows. Okay, so check George's following. I bet John's source is just George and his pals, Maura Healey. They're tagging Maura Healey all day. All their posts, Maura Healey, right? Also, this photo was taken at midnight last week. Okay, if you look at that red car, you can see 2 stakes at the end of the grass, okay, for plowing. If you look at the front door, you notice that there's 2 doors. There's never been 2 doors at the Historical Society. There's always been 1 door. I will show you the real pictures. Okay, this is what happened.
Are you saying that picture's doctored?
It's doctored. It's doctored. Okay, it's Dr. Peppered. Okay, it's Dr. Peppered. It's not Pricks and Cidered. It's Dr. Peppered.
They doctored the Historical Society building.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Okay, because since Christmas until a few weeks ago. Back in Memorial Day, since Memorial Day, this is what it looks like.
Wow, look at that.
There's underlighting. Beautiful. There's been a bunting, right? There's 1 door, not 2 doors. Scotty, why? They're mad at me. Somebody is mad at me. Okay?
No. It's not somebody. There's a list.
Okay. There's a list. And it's the same 6 to 8 people who are unhappy with me. All right. And but wait, there's more, right? Let's put up there right here. So I basically there's the post, right? They went on a rampage for 9 hours, going after everything. They went after. Remember when I protested the select board for stopping the public speaking, and I showed up as a chicken, and I said, you guys are chicken. You don't want to let people talk. It had nothing to do with Karen Reed. It had nothing to do with John O'Keefe. It had nothing to do with the Alberts or the House defendants. It had to do with Tom Theodore shutting down public speaking. And I showed up as a chicken. And what happened was, a lot of you, Kronks, remember, I had a little conversation with them in the hallway. I have the hiccups now. I had a little conversation with them in the hallway. They kind of found it funny, but when you're up at the front of the room, it's not that funny. But they didn't want, and I promised them I would never come back as a chicken. I go, listen, I'm sorry. It was my way of protesting instead of getting up to the microphone and yelling at you guys like everybody else. I figured I could stand at the back of the room with a sign and you would get the point, right? I said, you'll never get the chicken again, I swear. Well, over the course of the week, different people thought it was hilarious. And somebody made the comment to me, oh my God, you should be the elephant in the room because that's what, and of course, all you have to do is it just tickles me the right way. A quick little thing to Amazon. You got an elephant
shows up
costume.
the next day.
It shows up in 2 days, right? This is back during the Canton Confidential days on Facebook. And my brother was finding humor in it. The good old days. And my brother was finding humor in it, right? Here it is. My brother, the elephant, bringing smiles by the trunk load. Again, funny. Gotta say, his costume closet is getting pretty filled up, and it doesn't cost peanuts, right? It's funny, right? There I am in the back of the room. The woman there next to me, she said to me, the little fan that inflates that thing, I guess I had it against that radiator, and she turned to me. She goes, all I hear is the humming of that fan on the metal radiator. I'm sorry. Right? But this guy, Danny, was not happy, right? And it's justice for all the women who felt disgusting in the presence of the creeper Camos, right? He went after my stepdaughter yet again, okay? It was nonstop, a barrage of hate because they were mad at me. They took it out on my brother. They took it out on my stepdaughter. They weren't happy with me. I didn't see it because they don't really have enough followers. It wasn't until I went to their page and started scrolling through did I see them all. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's been going all day, right? I think I have another one. Let me see if I have another one. Yeah, here it is. Justice for Dixie and my brother George. Little brother who allegedly was touched by Lisa Lopez's husband. Again, they have to put the allegedly in because they don't want to say, they can't just come out and say, they don't want to basically, break the law completely. But they were mad. I don't know if that Danny was a female or a male, but they were unhinged yesterday, at least from my perspective. They were unhinged. And as I'm screenshotting the stuff, it's like 9:30 last night. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, all of a sudden, I got that notification. This is from an account that no longer exists. This comment was from an account that no longer exists. I'm like, huh. They spent the day going after me, and then they deleted their account like the pussies they are. Okay.
John,
again,
you win.
I win again. They didn't even have the balls to approach me. They could have called me. They know I'm in Canton every day. They could have come on here they could have come on here and put a thing in and say, hey, you know what? I'm unhappy with you. I'd like to talk to you. Why don't you meet me for coffee, or I'll meet you at the China. Oh, the China is not there anymore. Anyway, I'll meet you at Elsie's table. No, I'm not paying for Elsie's table. That's too fancy. Anyway,
there's a new place at Cobb's Corner you could go now.
Conrad's. There's a Conrad's at Cobb's Corner. We'll meet for steak tips, and I'll buy you a drink. Like I said, I match anyone's energy. If you want to approach me and talk to me, I'll talk to you. If you want to approach me and scream at me, I'm going to scream back at you. You want to belly up to me, I'm going to belly up to you. Right? I was very approachable at Boston College when Canton Hockey was there. 2 years in a row, I was very approachable at the Garden. All right? Been at the Waterfall. I've been at Big D's. I've been at C.F. McCarthy's. I've been in the center. I'm not that hard to find. You want to talk to me? It's very easy. Do it in the right way.
Call George.
Don't call George. He's got nothing to do with it.
No, but
George.
he's got the bad phone, do you?
Yeah, George. But you know what? George don't control me.
No.
You know,
No.
I didn't. You know, I didn't talk to George for a year. 1 year.
It got extended by a couple of days,
360.
too.
Actually, 366 days because he
Yeah.
tried to talk to me during that 1 year probation that I put him on probation, and I added a day. I said, "Up," and I even said, "I go for every."
This is
every
where
day
we
you-
should have the viewer discretion advised. part.
Every day you try to talk to me, I'm adding a day. So he knew, and I was like, "Okay, your year's up. What do you want to say to me?" And it better be an apology.
Ugh.
Oh no, he's a yeah.
So
by the way-
we're gonna work on you, but that's
By the way, I love everyone in my family. Love my brothers, love my sister, love my nephews, love my stepdaughter, my grandkids, love Mullins, you know, love my everything. I don't have a problem with anybody in my family. I haven't had a fight with anyone in quite some time.
since those 367 days were up.
You know what? And it wasn't even about me. Believe that or not, Eric. I'll
I
tell you
believe
off the air, Eric. It had nothing to do with me. He disrespected someone else, and that's.
I'm just glad that you guys have finally hugged it out.
Mhm. Mullins, it wasn't petty. Was not petty. Had nothing to do with me. I was protecting someone else. So, dude, I have a family member that totally believes Karen was guilty.
Stop it.
I have a family member that believes Karen was guilty. They're in law enforcement. We agree to disagree. We talk about anything but. I have some very good friends that I've talked to, today, yesterday, that believe she was guilty. They also believe she was overcharged. We agree to disagree. But they're very good friends. That's the difference. A good friend, you can continue to talk to. You can continue to just put that kind of stuff behind you. Because you know what? At the end of the day, this case isn't going to last forever. It isn't.
It feels like it's gonna.
Right. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm getting some Kronk stuff. I'm getting Kronk stuff coming in.
You got me. You got me.
By the way, Eric, you're supposed to be. Let me go back. Let me go back real quick. All right, because like I said, I make one rule, and you didn't. Right here we go.
Like this
Ready?
one.
Oh, I went to Brandy. I scrolled back. List is longer than a CVS receipt because she's a moderator, right? And then Chrissy, y'all could have been thinking if dumping him somewhere else altogether. Yeah. Also could have been thinking if dumping him somewhere else altogether. I forget what I was talking about because because I wasn't paying attention to the chat. JC Music Man, any post that starts with an implausible presumption isn't worth anything. Dumb. AI. It was AI. They bumped the door. Scotty McGinnis, I'm not putting your thing up because you're not a member. No, I'm kidding. Scotty, I love you. Anger is one letter away from danger. I'm putting up all our yes. See, there you go. Because they're all members. So you know what? You mean something to us. The best moment in the Zoom meetings, Colleen O'Neill calling John. Oh, again. You know what? Colleen's crazy in a good way.
She'd agree with that, I'm sure.
She also scares me. Back when I was doing those
Think
things,
she scares Jeff?
Oh yeah. Back in those days when I was like announcing to people, hey, and again, that was a protest because Mike went to Zoom, right? If they had just gone to town hall, I wouldn't have been standing outside of their houses. But when you invite anybody and everybody to come down, well, anybody and everyone can come down. And here she comes in her Range Rover with her giant microphone and her Mr. Microphone little mic, cordless mic. And I can't control someone like that, dude. She's a city girl. I'm just a little country boy. You know, I ain't telling her nothing. She can go do what she does. Okay. Yeah, I'm not,
John, we should get permission from her to play one of her reels, because yesterday she had a reel of her and Jeff dancing. It was one of the funniest things.
Oh,
I've
they
seen.
apparently I did see they're getting more tickets. The town is on alert. I mean, you can't find a traffic officer in this town, yet they're driving by Walpole Street to see if he's parked too far off to a side to give him $100 ticket nonstop.
That street's a dead end. They're going to get him for speeding on that road.
I'm telling you, they're going to be sitting there across the street in the condos nonstop, waiting for him to walk out of one of the vehicles to come down and give him I bet you they have the license plate like memorized so that they can fill the ticket out quicker than he can run out to his truck. But that's a story for another day. That's a fight between him and that's them in the town. No one's going to back down, and nobody's going to win from that. It's going to cost a lot of money. It costs the town money. It costs the taxpayers money because they're using taxpayer money, and they're using the town council, and they have to keep writing tickets.
John, they fined him for paving the street in front of his building.
Yeah. Well, they paved the street. They put up their own new street sign. I don't know.
Queen Colleen Boulevard.
Is he even allowed to talk to his neighbors anymore? I've gotten rumors that he's not allowed to talk to Mr. Close. There's a lot of stuff going on. Ed Walsh, Uncle Ed. Still, trust me, another, like you said, it's an accident. You drive by, you have to look.
You have to slow down. You gotta look.
You gotta slow down, right? There's little. Hey, there's more. Like I said, there's more than Karen Reed. There's fights everywhere in town. How about the JFK principal? I posted about that. The same guy. They're like, whoa, the kid's got no kids. Listen, I went to the John F. Kennedy. My stepdaughter went to the Kennedy. So you can't talk about the Kennedy, about the principal being put on. So how did it go? The principal was put on leave, and then she resigned before they could fire her. But you're never going to. But
nobody knows why.
Nobody knows why. But God forbid you post about it, then you got one person going absolutely berserk. How dare you put that up there?
Now you got people looking into it.
I know. Yeah. I didn't know. Somebody asked me today.
It always comes out.
And I said, again, I told this from the beginning. Town of Canton is loyal to a fault. They will protect each other to the bitter end, right? It pretty much goes for for the most part, if you hold a position in this town in school committee, not school committee, if you work for the town, schools, DPW, police, fire, that sort of thing, you pretty much have it made. You really have to be a royal fuck up to get fired. I don't know if we can. You know what? She's a lot. I like her. I don't think I'd be able. You know why? I get the first question in, and then I get the first question, the introduction, and then see you all tomorrow, guys. That's about all I get on the show.
Let's start with a reel or two.
Yeah, she honestly should have her own show. She really should. She really should have her own show. She'd be great on Bravo. She'd be on. Seriously, I could see her on Bravo. There's Below Deck at 9, and then Queen Colleen at 10. That's what it should be. Yeah. Ice Road Truckers, and then Queen Colleen, Grizzly Knows Best, followed by Queen Colleen. That's the kind of shows they'd be on, Jeff. Yeah. But so that's that. There we go. We made it 11 minutes past where I thought we were because I just really wanted to get that in. Let me double check. I thought I got to everything I wanted to get to. That would have been Sunday. So who knows if we're going to have Sunday. I plan on having Sunday because I plan that there's going to be some stuff. But worst case scenario, it's bike weekend at Laconia, right? Well, it's bike week at Laconia. Who knows? I might take a bike ride. I don't know. I told you guys this a couple weeks ago. I have every effort into showing up.
If it's not Monday, maybe it's. If it's not Sunday, maybe it's Monday.
Do you
Maybe
think
it's
this is
Thursday.
East Coaster? Is this the worst one ever? Ever? You think this is the worst one ever?
East Coaster. Hey,
Dude,
John,
we got 400 people. 400 people still here.
East Coaster's not a member.
Oh, yeah, but we got 400. Yeah, but they said worse. Listen, no, I'm not deleting. Hey,
we went to 400
anyone,
once we started talking about Kelly Dever.
Hopefully, to the mods, don't delete East Coaster.
No. All are welcome.
All are welcome, whether you like us or hate us. I don't want. We've said this before, Eric. We don't want everybody in the chat to all agree.
John, this is no different than standing out at the Canton Center every Friday from 11 to 1. We love the people that go by and honk and wave, but when Kerry Roberts goes by and gives us the big finger and that pissed off face, that's we like that like better than anything.
Yeah.
What happened? What do you got?
No, I'm getting news from. Oh, you timed them out, Brandy. Just that's all right. We're going to be off, and from now on, unless they are what's the word, Eric? Unless it's hate speech,
hate, or they threaten and stuff like that,
or a threat, right? Hate speech or a threat. Anything else? Let them in. Let them in because you know what?
Look, it's the finger. They're giving you the finger. I'm okay with that.
We've been here for over a year.
No.
We really don't get many trolls. Yeah, right. No proctor speech. Right.
So John, last Friday,
yeah,
Kerry went by and it was about noontime and gave us the finger. And I said to Whitey, I think she's heading up to Conrad's. And about an hour later, we were all leaving. We're like, hey, let's go to Conrad's. I had forgotten all about the finger. And as soon as we get in there, sit down, look at the bar, and who's right at the corner? Kerry Roberts.
Did you say hi?
I don't know if we said hello or not, but all I know is gradually her back turned towards us. And then on the way out, she gave us a wave.
It happened. It happened to me at the Garden with two people that I graduated with. It is what it is. Not everybody's going to agree. Here's the other thing. Again, not everyone's going to agree with your stance, but you can't put that behind you and just not talk about it and just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. I just had it. Apparently, they're not big of a cronk because I just had to tell someone, "Hey, I'm live," and they're like, "Oh shit, bye."
And that's a friend of yours.
It is a friend. This isn't George.
Are they on the replay crew, or they just could care less?
I think they just don't have no clue. So was she? Yeah, was she learning her lines for the movie? Hi guys. The way to fix a dumb argument. See now, here we go. You know what? 2:15. We're gonna give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes of just cronks.
Just
Eric?
the green, just the members, or just
right
any
now?
cronk?
No. 5 minutes of the cronks.
Let it ride.
Let's. Yeah, you guys put it whatever you want into the chat, and we'll kind of go through it.
Watch,
Hi guys.
we'll get nothing.
The way to fix a dumb argument or differing of opinion is surely to put up a better argument point, like old days. Yeah, love your work. Don't come here much. Don't comment here much. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Mullins is voice texting while driving. Can't handle anything, especially your phone, because it better be in a cradle. You don't want to be. By the way, did you see the woman that got pulled over for texting while driving? And he's like, I saw it in your hand. And she picks up her arm and she's like, yeah, this hand? There's no hand. And it went all the way to court.
Yeah.
God forbid. The guy stood his ground and he wrote her up. He's like, can you hold, do you swear? She was like, I swear, yeah. The butt dial logo was up here the whole time. Yes, it was, JC.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yes, it was. Oh,
listen, it's the butt dial capital of the world.
Eric, give me a minute. You go through the chat. I want to put up the I got to get the other one. Hold on.
What other one? There's another one?
The Kronk.
Oh, yeah. The
yes, I got it right
250th anniversary
yes.
Prixon cider.
Yes.
I like it.
Crispin Prixon. But what was a fake video? What you gotta go more there, Scotty. You can't just give us thought that was a fake video. Which video are you talking about? Now I have to pull down that Crispin Prixon. Crispin Prixon, by the way, is the guy who invented Prixon ciders. He saw the pigs were getting drunk off the fermented apples up off of Randolph Street, and that's when he decided to make the first the Prixon cider from the fermented apples of Randolph Street. Just a little history to the people that don't know the area of Canton. Yeah. We should play that again, huh? The history of the Prixon cider. Maybe next week we'll do that. There we go. And image file.
John, just so you know, during the show, I got a text from Sean. He's ready to come on.
Oh, sweet. So
wait.
Folks,
Looking forward to it.
Good. Folks, one of our Kronks was, so now we got to get it to the canning company and hopefully the canning company okays it. But here we go. That's the crisp Kronk-tastic taste of Prixon cider. That's
like
your
it.
Canton. Yeah.
Well done.
Your hard cider right there.
Kronk, the crisp Kronk-tastic taste.
Oh no, that was real, Scotty. That was real. She had to go to court and everything, and then at the last minute they canceled everything, and they, yeah. No, that was real. Back to the since we have a thing. Do you know anyone on any of those weight loss things?
I do.
Those drugs? Yeah. You got to get them off of it. They basically using Gila Monster venom that they have.
What the hell is Gila Monster? Explain that.
Gila monsters. They're like the lizards. Those Gila monsters, right? They basically synthesized. They have synthetic Gila Monster, some H1N1. I don't know what's
so
called.
If I Google Gila Monster, it's going to come up for me, or
Gila Monster venom weight loss. Yeah. And so what it does is it paralyzes all your digestive, your stomach muscles, this and that, and it slows everything down. But like any kind of venom, like a snake venom and all this stuff, it's really not good for you. And people that have any other health issues, it's gonna like detach their retinas and stuff. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I'm not a scientist, but that's the stuff that I've been seeing.
They don't have the Prixon cider in Australia, John.
No, I'm telling you, Prixon cider is right up there with Alexander Keats from Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia, where a lot of our Canadian Kronks are. So I guess we have Australian Kronks, we have Canadian Kronks. Sometimes we're the only ones protecting the citizens of Canton from complete. You know what, Bob is my name. Thank you. Eric,
Yes, John.
What did we say from the beginning? We wanted to do a show about Canton, not just Karen.
Yeah,
Everybody wants the drama of Canton.
it's always been about Canton for us, and
Everything.
Karen's story is certainly part of that.
Also, don't forget. All right, I'm going to be in the dunk tank. You're all invited. 3rd annual celebration of life, the Fun Run Festival down in Plainville. Right? Plainville's one of the towns that uses Helena as mutual aid. Maybe she'll be directing traffic that day. I don't know. Right? But you can park at the Plain Ridge Casino. They'll bus you over there. You can do the fun run. We know a couple people that are doing it. I'm going to be in the dunk tank as long as they'll allow me. Right? I have Eric's T-shirt right here. It's still in the plastic, Eric.
Nice.
That's your T-shirt. Right? Everybody gets their T-shirt. That is coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend, the 20th.
John,
Let me make sure.
we owe Bob this.
Go ahead.
Give us the fucking timeline. And we'll go easy on you.
That
happened.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
Oh, I can't wait to do the next. I have to. I will have some new. So again, we're gonna have some new super chats. We are definitely gonna get. You don't have to go about it. That's coming up. We got some other ones. No, the venom is in Ozempic. See, there you go. It's in Ozempic.
Stay away from the Ozempic.
Stay away from Ozempic. I guess there's venom in it. But I mean, listen, that we're entertainment purposes only. I have no medical advice other than the fact I Googled it and I watched a reel a couple days ago, and that's what I watched. Some guy that was sitting in a chair that was on some real kind of set, like the set that Julian Edelman kind of has, the same one, not just in his living room. Like they had a coffee table and seats and real microphones, and he looked pretty smart. So I don't know. Stay away from those Ozempic and Wegovy. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. That's our show. That was our Thursday pop-up special. Thank you for everybody that came and watched us. However many. Yeah.
John, they came because it is the butt dial capital of the world.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna start working on the spring line with those new cans. The person that made that for us deserves to have that on at least a T-shirt for the summer. Oh, Doc is a creep. There you go. Well, okay,
happens.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't disagree.
Thank you. You know what? I think I kept there is one.
Anyone?
No. It's not what I meant. Oh, I didn't. I want to take us out with something. Hold on a second. Hold on, because I've been good, Eric. I've been good this week.
You've been great
for this show.
Yeah.
Right? I've been good this show.
You're on your game.
I've been on my game. So let me I want to bring us out with something fun for the people.
John, you never let me down. I mean, you called me today this afternoon. You said, hey, you want to go live? I'm like, oh, really? We just did on Sunday. Can't we wait till Sunday?
We could have.
And again, I come in unprepared as usual because, I got a real job and, things happen. But, I appreciate you doing all the work and making me look good.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. Well, there they are. There they are. Okay, I found them. All right, I found them. Now I got to pick the right one because, I don't want to piss the wrong person off. So,
I didn't see the DJ tonight. Is he on the replay crew?
DJ, he might be.
The DJ, not DJ, but the DJ.
Oh,
the American.
The DJ.
Exactly.
No, I did not see that. He's probably at the one
Thursday
of
night
the,
might be a problem. Is he at the
the
lodge tonight?
concert. Maybe he's at the concert.
Oh, the concert.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Similar. Where is it's in the down. I have them. I didn't get rid of them. I see some of them, but I just want to make sure. Oh, that's that one. I started labeling some of them. Oh, wait, maybe it's in there. There it is. I know it's in a music file somewhere. Give me a minute. I just got to, my finger moves this stuff so easy. Oh, that was a good one too. I'm gonna, is it that one? No, gotta go back. It's not that folder. I'm almost there. That happened. Eric, check the chat real quick.
I just clicked on one. I didn't even read it.
Why?
Because Bob's a member.
Oh, there it is. I knew I'd find the file. I knew I'd find the file. All right, let's do. Oh, we haven't done that one in a while.
Which one?
You want to do a little false memory?
Oh yeah. And by next show, Sunday, we need a new song.
Dever in the Sallyport.
Dever in the Sallyport.
Dever in the Sallyport.
With We Don't Know.
DJ is a complete goofball. Bob, there's like 3 DJs. We have DJ Gary Titus. We had DJ Atkins, and then we have DJ from Cab. We have 3 DJs in our chat, so you got to be a little more specific. Great show. Thank you, John. Eric, the mods in the chat. Good night, you all. The Crystal Star. Please invite Clean Colleen sometime. I will work on it. We're gonna have to come up with some rules and some guidelines.
John, there's no rules here.
The guidelines. It's more like guidelines. I'm just making sure.
Let's keep it on the rails. That's all.
Dunk tanks. Yeah, dunk tanks are fun. There you go, Diane.
You skipped right over that one that said thank you, Eric.
I played it real quick. I
saw that.
I put it up. Great shows. Dina Bellina. That was our hockey winner.
Yeah, we had a good day that day, Dina.
All right, guys, we're gonna play you out because Dever was in the Sallyport. So let's see about when she forgot everything.
Have a great night, everyone.
How do you why isn't that going up, huh? Here it is.
For the badge. Now I'm sitting in this chair with a memory gone bad. Told the feds I saw something strange that night. 2 cops in the Sallyport lingering tight. But then came the timeline all shiny and new. And poof, like that, my memory withdrew. I saw the chief and Higgins too. But the facts got washed and the footage flew. If I stepped to what I said back then, I'd be dragging down 2 of the boys in men's den. So I did what I had to, retracted clean in this badge-worn play. I slipped between, I showed up for justice, left with the rays. Now I speak in riddles and legal cliches. Truth gets slippery when there's rank and pay, and I sure ain't working midnights today. I retracted in good faith, don't call me insane. I'm just walking down false memory lane.
Break. I think that Chris should be happy that I never mentioned Colin all
So I
tonight.
said it was a false memory, just a trick that my mom played on me. And when the facts didn't fit, I let them fade. Truth's easier to bend when you're getting paid. Now I work the daylight the truth I never knew. I don't recall, hell, I barely blink. They fed me the facts, told me what to think. 45,000 don't come for free, but they'll tell you I earned it ethically. No pressure, no whispers, no secret plots, just a quiet little race for switching sides. I showed up for justice, left with the rays. Now I speak in riddles and legal cliches. Truth gets slippery when there's rent and pay, and I sure ain't working midnights today. I retracted in good faith, don't call me insane. I'm just walking down false bill way.
Honestly, on me.
I don't know why I'm here. I have no connection to this case.
It's the Chronicle signing off with a flame, dropping names, spitting facts, shaking up the game. It's fire, it's grit, it's no holds barred. A mic in one hand, the town on guard. The truth hits harder than a Fairview brawl, and the Chronicle's here to expose it all. From cover-ups to donut runs, we light up the night like Canton Suns. Next episode, yeah, we'll be back with more names,